Buffalo Mark II again, with a new debate for you all. Instead of my usual discussions involving Smash Brothers, it'll center around a game that pretty much any sane fighting fan is checking up on. Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Sequel to MvC3, one of the only 3 fighting games that still have strong communities after over 10 years. The other 2 being Melee, and, of course, Super Street Fighter 2 Turbo. This will be in 2 parts. The first one with me saying the characters that are at least confirmed by Capcom, for those who are uncertain, and the next part's focusing on tidbits by people that have gotten on my nerves. Anyway, let the list begin. Nitsumura, Killian, and various other Capcom staffers have said through live streams and such that certain characters may not return, certain characters won't go in, and that the final roster will be at least 30. As of Saturday, there are 22 revealed characters for the game, but I'm too lazy to say them all, so just go to the official site for that. Anyway, here are the characters that we know for sure from the creators will not be in MvC3. From the Marvel side, all of the Fantastic Four. Reason? They put in Super Skrull, who has all their powers, so putting them in would be a waste of time and innovation, honestly. There are rumors that Mr. Fantastic might be in, but honestly I don't believe them because of one of 2 reasons. 1. If they did put in one member of the FF, why would it be the least popular one? I mean, Mr. Fantastic is so unpopular that his ultimate incarnation was killed off. And before you say, well, he's the leader of the group so he has to be in, look at the other games in the series. Was Professor Xavier playable in any game yet? No. Was Doctor Strange playable in Marvel Superheroes? No. Shuma Goroff, the main bad guy, was. And on Professor Xavier, I know he's playable as Onslaught, but... And it's not the first time either. Doctor Doom was added to Marvel vs. Capcom 2, but none of the Fantastic Four were. There are possible hints that Cyclops might not return in MvC3 as well, and he's the current leader of the X-Men. So yeah, no FF, folks. Next up is Ghost Rider. Not much to say there, although I am kind of disappointed that he's not playable since they said they were going for more obscure characters in the Marvel. Another one is Daredevil, who I feel the same way about as with Ghost Rider, though I think it might have something to do with the Shadowland story arc. And they announced over an episode of Attack of the Show that the Daredevil series is going to end because of that, so that's probably connected to that as well. Emma Frost was disconfirmed as well, but I don't really care about her, so whatever. I believe that's all the Marvel characters so far. Now for Capcom, the real meat of the disconfirmation list. First up, all Power Stone characters were disconfirmed, so no adds or losses in that area, except for Power Stone fans. Also, they said all rival schools, so that means Batsu from Tatsunoko vs. Capcom won't be in it as well. But not just him either. That means no Sakura as well, unfortunately. Yeah. Sorry about that, I'm still kind of tired because I woke up. Sorry, fanboys and girls, but it seems that Ryu Sakura will not be making a comeback. Nitsumura also dropped a hint saying that no other Shotacons, along with Sakura, will be in the game. So, if you guys don't know, a Shotokan are all the fighting game characters who have the various Hadoken, Shoryuken, or other moves that are similar. Meaning Ken, Akuma, Dan, and Sean will probably not be in. Dan. I can't believe I called him Dan. Now, this disconfirmation isn't 100% official, but if Tatsunoko vs. Capcom is a hint, we don't need them. Ryu is enough. Good riddance to the rest. Cyberbots was also disconfirmed, so no Devilot or Zine will return as well. The Tyrant and the Nemesis from Resident Evil were disconfirmed too. Not like it matters, since Kristen Wesker is good enough. Phoenix Wright was disconfirmed, though in this case, some fans just wouldn't take no for an answer. They pleaded to the creator to get him in, and the director of Phoenix Wright said he'd probably consider the idea of him again. For the reason why this all started, it's because Phoenix, along with Ingrid and a few others, were characters that almost got into Tatsunoko vs. Capcom, but were dropped at the last second as well. So, in response, the fans made a poll to try and get him in the game. And the result? We haven't heard a word from it since. I haven't heard about it for about 2 months. Ouch. Sorry, fellow Phoenix Wright fans. Although that's tame in comparison to the rage of the next disconfirmation from people. Mega Man X. Oh god, the hate mail Seth must have gotten for that. I can sympathize a bit with them though. He's pretty much the only Mega Man who hasn't been in a Versus game. Classic Mega Man, his sister Roll, Mega Man Walnut, Tron Pond, both incarnations of Zero, and a Surbot have been in Versus games at least once. Even Mega Man EXE was in Onimusha Blade Warriors, which was a kinda corny Smash Bros. Ripoff that came out 2 years ago. But X? Not a single one. But whatever, I like the classic series more anyway. Dimitri from Darkstalkers was disconfirmed for being a data hog, a comment shared by the creator to pretty much every other Darkstalker character, like Rikuo, Sasquatch, Speedsel, all of them. So pretty much everyone except for Cinco, John Talman, and BB Hood have no chance of being in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Lastly, the custom characters are all gone. So that means all the hidden clone fighters like Shadow, Shadow Lady, Gold War Machine, etc., Ruby Heart, Amingo, Sun, Cyber Akuma, and Norimaru, the custom comedian guy who was in the Japanese version of Marvel Superheroes vs. Street Fighter, are gone. And that is all the characters confirmed not to be in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. Next part, I'll chew out some people whose opinions have gotten on my nerves. Make sure to see you then!